Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. As we kick into spring, let's make it a great week, folks. This quote here is by Christian Larson. Live in faith that the whole world is on your side so long as you are true to the best that is in you. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials close up 228, Nasdaq up 57, S&P's up 27, gold contract up $1.70, trading at $1,154 an ounce. What we need here is we need some juice in gold, folks. Now, Friday doesn't break into the lows. It's hanging at these lows, though. We're looking for a wide price spread, accelerated volume, topside. Silver, same deal with silver. Silver's trading at $15.61 an ounce. Platinum, down 10 bucks out here at $1,108 an ounce. Copper, flat at $2.67 a pound. Light sweet crude. Light sweet crude, folks, wants lower price. We closed down 91 cents at 46.14 a barrel. Bottom line gets into 45 area. This is pushing lows, pushing them with volume. If we break that B point, and we'll go through this in a few minutes, with volume, it's a monster ABC structure on the way down. Pretty amazing. We're full with oil. Bonds, 10-year up 8 ticks, 127.11. 30-year up 30 ticks at 160.17. Total divergence in this market right now. Why? Because most times the bonds don't charge forward when basically we're up 200 points. Bottom line, bonds did go higher, lighter volume. I suspect you're going back downtown. Why? It's a complex ABC structure on the way down. We had taken out the B point last week with volume. King dollar. King dollar down 832 ticks, trading at 99.48. We'll see, in fact, if the King dollar wants to have a total change of trend. We hit the 100 level out here today, sold off of that level. Euro up 71, trading at 105.67, and the yen flat at 121.40. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. If we go over the world of the SPY, we take a look at it and see what we have out here. This is what you have, folks. SPY closed out here today at 208.58. We did volume of 126 million shares. Now, that's not a bad volume characteristic. It's absolutely lighter than the way we came down, but that's still a decent characteristic. So we're closed inside of the downdraft that was established out here on March 6th. The bottom of that downdraft is 108.10. So guess what? That is saying, hey, game can be all the way up to 209.94 right now. That's pretty intense, but that's how that's set up right now. And the volume wasn't bad out here. We take a look at the 3 Qs, the NDX 100. This could be a little bit different, and the reason that this would be a little bit different is that the bounce on it doesn't have the juice that the SPY has. It has already broken a B point with volume. On Friday, what we did is this. We got down to a price point of 106.68. We did 42 million shares, and today you only did 24 million. That 24 million is coming into 34 million from the way down. Your SPYs, I mean, your 3 Qs are at 106.70. Yes, it'll go up and test the 106.98. That's not that much further from where we are. In fact, you could 107.14 is gain. 107.14 is also the low that was established on March 6th. That's how that little baby is set up right now. Small caps. Let's go take a look at the small caps. The small caps, and we use the Russell 2000 for the small caps. Small caps all day long, folks, we're trying to get into their high, and it just missed it. Bottom line, we did 19 million shares, so the volume characteristic is not even there. We did 29 million at the high. It was trying to get into 123.78 all day. We made 123.58. I suspect tomorrow that baby will get tagged. Why? When you're that close, when you're 20 cents next to it. The Fed meeting is Wednesday. We're going to have some, tomorrow you could have some follow-through volatility Wednesday will be intense, no two ways about that. And, we'll see where that shakes out. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? What you have with gold is this. The contract is at 1154. We have not had any buyers. That's where this shakes out. Now, we haven't had sellers, but we don't have buyers. The bottom line, if you don't have buyers, guess what? Supply versus demand, you're not going anywhere. The low in this contract is 1132. Last week we hit 1146, rejected that level each and every day, Thursday, Friday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, rejected lows every single time. The GLD, what gets interesting here is this. On a technical basis, the GLD set up a little bit better. Now, it's the same setup per se, but, when you look at it, I'm saying to myself, oh, this is interesting. The low in the GLD going back is at 109. We're at 110.28. And we'll see whether GLD can get into, first off, the 111.70. Right now we're at 110.81. And 111.70 is important because that's where that downdraft was on March 6th. That downdraft on March 6th, folks, is your benchmark inside the gold contract as well as the GLD. If we go over to the oil market, what you're going to see with oil's in big trouble. Has been in big trouble with CLK. So what we have with oil is this. Oil today did 193,000 contracts, which is decent contracts. We got down to a low of 45.08. You closed out at 46.14. The 46.14 is not good enough, folks. It would have to basically bounce out of here. It would have to close at 46.97, which was the low that was established last Friday. So the way this is trading right now is that it looks like it's not only going to jump into the 45.52 because we went down to 45.08 today with volume. We very well could jump the creek. And jumping the creek in oil will be an absolute mind blower because if we jump the creek, it's not going to be 150. We'll jump the creek. That thing will open up down, I suspect, $3 or $4. Why? Because this is what you have. Under these lows, you're going to see a slew of sell stop orders. Okay, that's what this comes down to. People that are long, they're going to, bottom line, they're not going to let the oil market slide down $3, $4, $5 and stay in the market. Now, this is where I'm coming from. Okay, so for one contract of oil, right, folks, you're putting up $5,200. It trades at a point. $1,000 a point. You're only buying, you're buying $46,000 worth of oil. Most times when you're pressing bottoms like this, stops are always good. There's no two ways about that. But when you're pressing a bottom like this and you're pressing it with volume, you have a overnight session that's coming in that's saying to me, you know what? They're going to jump right over that thing, open it down, $2, $3, $4. They see the spikes very quickly on the way down there. And then they'll basically take out all those stops. Now, that being said, what we want to do is we want to go over to the US dollar. This is why. So, DX, M5. What the dollar's done is this. Dollar got into the high out here today. We got it to 100.71. The high on Friday was 100.78. Gives it up off that high, and we had some decent volume on the way down. If, in fact, the dollar does want to back off, that is going to be great news for folks that want to see the oil markets go higher. So when you kind of put that together, it's like, oh man, this is pretty neat. Is the oil market going to basically do an ABC structure on the way down, spike down, then no one will even, they'll say, that's it, we're not touching oil, but the dollar starts giving it up, you get a high volume spike at the low, and then you start building cars. I think we have so much oil out here, folks, I don't see oil exploding on a V bottom, okay, but you very well could get something going. In fact, if we take a look at the XLE out here today, the XLE had a little life. You know, the XLE is the ETF structure that got absolutely killed. There's no doubt about that. It broke the October 15th swing low. That was at 77. Broke it with volume. You know, but it looks like the XLE does want to stay in a consolidation. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. Dow Industrials right now closed up 228. NASDAQ up 57. S&P's up 27. We're going to be right back.